I think he's coming.
Hey, what are you guys doing, man? You're watching this since the morning. You're gonna mess up your eyes. Shut it right now, shut it.
Wait.
You want me to go through this?
Wait. Video games are actually really good for you.
Look what Arjuneus said.
Are you tired of having your video games taken away? Are you a victim of being grounded from playing video games because
apparently they're too bad for you? Well, kids, fear not, because today we are going to talk about how they are actually good for your mental health. My name is Arjuneus and welcome back to my channel where we make sense out of things that are not supposed to make sense. I have played so many good horror games in the past. Doom, Condemned 2, The Darkness, Resident Evil, Luigi's Mansion, The Haunted Mansion, Blood Rain 2, and one thing that I have noticed about myself that has changed from playing these games is my reflex skills. These games are so scary that they basically require you to have a very quick reflex to the various types of danger situations that these games shock you with. And if you panic when the jump scares happen, you will die. If you're not pressing the right buttons fast enough, you will die. But if you stick to it and get enough practice, you will start developing a skill to become better and better at reacting to the most shocking, unexpected, and dangerous scenarios. It is the psychological conditioning of your flight or fight response. The amygdala is the part of your brain that deals with fear and panic. It is important to note that sensory data reaches your amygdala twice as fast as it takes to reach your frontal lobe, which is responsible for rational thought and problem solving. So this is why sometimes people panic or freeze when they are faced with a scary situation, because the sensory information has not reached their frontal lobe yet to make a rational move, whereas it quickly reaches your amygdala to instill panic. So as you can tell, it becomes very important to be able to exercise your sensory data speed to your frontal lobes so that you don't have that fear and panic delay. In fact, my USC professor once showed me a video in which Navy SEALs use a specialized training center in San Diego to change the way their amygdala reacts to fear. They are exposed to snapshot scenarios where they have to make a quick decision on what to do when they see a friend or foe. This becomes quite useful in extremely dangerous warlike scenarios.
This exercise, known as the hooded box drill, is part of the close quarters defense system and is one of the ways the U.S. Navy conditions its recruits to control these amygdala signals.
Sometimes the correct response is swift and lethal. Sometimes it's nonviolent.
Hey man, do you know where the gas station is? My car ran out of gas. Yeah, there's one back that way. It is? Yeah. Alright, thank you.
It's supposed to simulate those quick snapshot situations.
They're trying to introduce you to the fact that panic is going to be less and less an option throughout your career.
So the right way to do training is to expose people to scary situations where they can get used to them and know how to react when they're confronted with it.
Through constant exposure to fearful situations, recruits learn to suppress fear that could otherwise make them react the wrong way and get them killed.
So any type of video game that offers a means to activate your amygdala and give you the opportunity to react to your fear and panic is basically giving you more exposure therapy to go through in conquering your fear and panic triggers. But in addition to warlike scenarios, it helps develop quicker reaction times, which can be useful for minor scenarios like saving a glass from slipping, or life-saving scenarios such as pressing on the brakes a few seconds earlier to avoid a vehicle collision. I've personally noticed a huge difference in my reflexes from before and after playing scary video games. I remember when I was a kid, I got in so many bicycle accidents because of my amygdala reflexes probably. But then after playing these fast-paced rage and horror games, I was better able to save myself from danger. So yeah, it's real, it works, and it altogether makes you much more rational in otherwise panic scenarios. Now the caveat to all this is probably quite obvious to most people, but I'm gonna say it anyways because like with everything, you can use it to your advantage or you can abuse it to your disadvantage. Just like you can use coffee to your advantage or abuse coffee and die from an overdose. So you don't want to be addicted, you want to be using it wisely in balance with your other pillars of life. And I think the addiction comes from us trying to escape our failures. They provide a reality. I mean, it's virtual, but regardless, it's still a reality in which we can very quickly garner some sort of skill, some sort of world, a reputation, or a victory. It's basically an exaggerated type of success that we lack in the real world. The video game is simply providing an easy method to psychologically feel accomplished. Now, accomplishing achievements in video games is not easy. You have to struggle, but that struggle is guided through soundtracks, artistic graphics, your friends accompanying you online, and entertainment versus the much more mundane struggle you would have to go through in real life to get that same emotional reward. And the more one succeeds in leveling up in video games, the more they want to believe that that is their true reality. Because if you are at level 0 in the real world but then level 71 on Fortnite, well, why would you even want to convince yourself that that is an illusion? This reality tunnel is something that we are actively choosing. It is what we are consciously engaged in, and that is creating a lot of bias to what our reality tunnel is constructed of because we are putting our focus and energy into it. Now, if you are the type of person that gets too scared from playing games, remember there are other things you can do to challenge yourself to stimulate your amygdala. And it could be anything. It could be even as simple as solving a puzzle as quickly as you can, or getting a deadline in before time runs out. Now, you might get nightmares when you play too many horror games. Mom?
Help us, Bruce. Don't let us die.
But keep in mind that these are completely normal to have. But if it gets too intense for you, have you met the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ. Well, now you can hide behind Pillow Arjuneus. Only one winner will be selected in this giveaway, so be sure to check out the link down below if you want this pillow. And shout out to Patreon Aiden for selecting this topic. Well, anyways, that's all we got for today, folks. Be sure to share this with your mommy next time she grounds you for playing video games. And I'll see you next time, my friends. Chaos out.
A few minutes later.
You are my honey bun. What? Sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin. You're my sweetie.
Is that what you guys playing? Maybe it's fine then.